Well, happy Friday. Thanks for being here. This is Jeff Wright with Fish Creek Capital. Man, it is a lot harder than you think to do a quick 5-minute YouTube every day. But again, in the effort of just trying to be consistent and get out there more, welcome. And let's go through some of the news today. It's November 14th. I don't think I have anything super special, but we've got the market was down really a lot this morning. The Dow was down as much as 600 points, and then it has bounced. The Nasdaq has actually bounced a lot through the morning. Tesla, well, the Qs have gone from 597, they went up to 613. Looks like they're headed back to 613 now. Now they're 611.52. So we did get a big bounce, but a lot of the sentiment is still risk off as if you look at the news, if you look at CNBC, if you look at Bloomberg, and some of that is coming from the odds of a rate cut are down, and they were pretty much a given. Everybody was expecting one, and now the rate odds are showing 50%. That meeting will be December 9th and 10th, and there's quite a division now between the Federal Reserve officials. So some of that has caused some of the risk off. There was also, just even around lunchtime, there was a article out there, is Alibaba spying on the US or using their information to spy on the US? And, that's a tough one from a value perspective, which is, we kind of look at that a lot when it comes to cash flows, management, earnings. Alibaba is like I heard someone say today, it's like the Nvidia in some cases of China. It's a great company. It's generally undervalued, often on sale, but I think people just don't trust it. It's China, right? And you just have no idea what's going to come out with those guys and what they might do or not do, especially with the US. And are we going to go and, have a war? Are we not going to have a war? I think the tariff stuff is over, but it's just not, I think, a good long-term strategy to be invested in China, even if you've got a good company like Alibaba, and it appears to be on sale and all those things. So I would just, again, not investment advice. I would stay away from China and stocks like that. I think there's so much more value here in the United States. Warren Buffett always says you can't bet against the United States. And so let's just focus on the good companies that we have here, again, that are paying dividends, that are creating that cash flow, and that are paying us shareholders and growing that cash flow every year. So that's some of the news articles. Let's see what's out there. I thought this was real interesting. David Bahnsen with the Bahnsen Group. He's one of my favorites when it comes to other investment firms, real big investment firm. They also focus on dividend growth and some of the things that we like to do. He mentioned yesterday that the peak from the tech bubble in the year 2000, we're seeing, a lot of those similarities, even with the AI craze that's happening and all the run up in the AI stocks with all this promised, future earnings that aren't really there yet, and all the spending with, even OpenAI and all these things. It's similar to the tech bubble in 2000, a lot of similarities at least. And so he's talked about in 2000, from the top of that range with the tech bubble in the year 2000, 6 months later, the Dow, which has been lagging this year, even our dividend growth portfolios really have been lagging. I talked about that earlier this week, but the Dow was up double digits while the Nasdaq was down over 20% 6 months after the top of that 2000 bubble. So again, I think, is it good to have technology exposure? Of course it is. You want to have technology exposure. You got to be invested in technology. There's just so much growth there and so much change and advancement, even with AI. But do you want to concentrate on just on the speculation of growth? I don't think you do. Like, that's why we like, dividend growth and dividend growing companies, because again, we're all after that cash flow. And this is a great way to get cash flow. You don't necessarily have to hope you're picking the right AI company, you know, that's actually going to deliver on all the promises. You don't have to guess on the next NVIDIA. You know, you can actually use data to invest in companies as an owner, as a business owner. That's a big deal. We talk about that a lot. You'll hear me talk about that a lot. You want to think of yourself as a owner in the business, because you are as a shareholder. And if the company is sending cash back to shareholders, back to its owners, that's what you want. And that's a big deal. You can study those things. You can use history to show what is likely expected in the future. It's just much more predictable, much more, a better way to plan, you know, and to create and to create plans and to kind of know what to expect for your future and for your retirement. So yeah, let me help, you know, if I can help you with that specifically, if you've got questions, if you're worried about your portfolio, if you've got too much AI exposure and you're not sure what to do, please reach out. Go to fishcreekcapital.com, click on learn more, and you can find me that way. I would love to help. Please like and subscribe the channel. Also, Fish Creek Capital, one of the reasons for the Lunchtime Profits is just to talk about ways that you can create profits while you're at lunch and listen. Hopefully it's something that you can even listen to and learn from. And I hope you will find this helpful, and just have a great weekend. And yeah, please like and follow.